So let me guys tell you about a time where I was trying to market my hair services, and this was before Instagram became popular, and I had to hit the ground and pass out flyers. So I was passing out my flyers inside of a grocery store parking lot, and I gave my flyer to a young lady and she threw it in the trash. She didn't walk off and throw it in the trash. She balled that flyer up in my face and threw it in the trash in my face. Do you know what I did? I turned around and I continued to pass out my flyers. And I passed out my flyers until the sun went down, until I didn't have a flyer left to pass out. The next day, I had 3 people to call me to book an appointment. Now, I'm telling you this because oftentimes people get caught up in the opinions or feedback from people who are not relevant in your journey. That lady was not relevant in my journey. She was not an important factor in my journey. What she was a form of motivation that I needed. What she was a form of reality that I needed. And that reality was, everybody is not going to accept you. Everybody is not going to want what you're selling. So stop getting caught up in people that are not even important in your journey. Now, because you're so worried about their opinions, which do not matter, now you're contemplating on even launching whatever business that you're trying to launch. Now you're contemplating on going after that job that you've been wanting for so long. Now you're contemplating on it based on somebody that you will never even see again. Based on somebody that doesn't even know you personally, does not know who you are as an individual, does not understand your aspirations, your faith, and your dreams. They don't even have a clue. But because someone gave you negative feedback or told you something wasn't a good idea, or your services or your products were not sufficient without even trying it yet, now you're second guessing yourself for somebody who is irrelevant. I used to think back and wonder what exactly was going on in that lady's mind and in her spirit to make her accept that flyer, ball it up in a... That lady had to be the most miserable, unhappy person whose spirit was so broken that they hated to see another person win. You got to realize that those type of people, those miserable people, it's sprinkles of those type people around the world mixed in with the people that you need to market to. So you got to know how to work around those type of people. You got to know how to make sure that you aren't moved by those type of people. Now, I would not be where I am today if I would have listened to that lady. I wouldn't have my business. I wouldn't have my product line. I wouldn't be doing hair. I wouldn't be doing anything, all because this lady balled up this flyer because she was miserable or she was having a bad day. Do you understand the amount of impact that can have on somebody else's life? But only if you let it. Only if you let it. That lady don't know me. I didn't know her. She was insignificant. So I did not allow it to impact my life. Stop talking about it. Stop worrying about what they're going to say. Stop worrying about if they think it's a good idea. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you've been talking about for the past month, for the past 2, 3, 4 years, go on and do it. The only person that you got to please is yourself and God. That is it. The moment that you allow somebody who's unhappy with their own life play a role on your decision making, it seeps into your spirit, it seeps into your soul, and you won't even be able to think straight because you're second guessing everything. Know who's valuable in your life. Know who's a valuable person that you interact or come across out in this world. And be mindful of your faith, because ultimately it's the faith as well as God who determines what's a good idea and what's not a good idea. Not a person who's insignificant and who's unhappy with themselves. Be blessed. Stay focused and execute.